my guy giving. We're live, dude.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. You're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave's going to jump in here right after the break. He is becoming live from Idaho, where it is steamier than Texas, if you can believe that. Hey, listen, first of all, our prayers and thoughts go out to all the friends in Houston and all the people who lost their lives to Burl as it ripped through Houston and along the coast this past weekend. We'll go there tonight and find out, how the cleanup is doing and, how the people are recovering over there. We're going to try to catch up with Kobe Golick, who's one of our customers. And actually, he's been down. No AC, no electricity, but I think he found a hotel that he might be able to come and report. Pretty sad deal over there. So stick around for that. And on a lighter note, we're going to go visit Marketing and Events Manager Kelsi Horn of Sabine Parish Tours and Recreation Commission of Toledo, Louisiana. They got Cypress Bends that just opened back up. It's an amazing resort. And for all those people who don't play golf, she's got some great events that you'll be able to attend when you come on over. Hey, and question of the day, and this is blowing everybody out of the water when it comes to the pick. Keegan Bradley is being picked to captain the 2025 Ryder Cup Team. Now, if anybody else out there says they've seen it coming, I'm not going to believe a bit of it, but we'd sure like to get your thoughts. Are you happy with the pick? That's the question of the day. I'd sure like to know about it. We'll take your comments and we'll read them live. Hey, listen, also, we're changing up the the show a little bit. Greg Saul, director of golf out at Lago Vista, was supposed to be with us, but he's over in Houston helping his daughter clean up. I believe they got hit pretty hard, so prayers go out to that family as well. So if you already haven't got a cold one in your hand, we're going to take a real quick break. Go grab one. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here. Dave Roberts taking the show on the road again, headed out to Idaho. Hey, Dave, you sent me something here by text. Are you kidding me? Tell me what the temperature is out there.
Well, baby, it's a cool 107 out here, so we've got to cool ourselves off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the shade right now when I sent that to you, baby. But we're right here at Mountain Home Air Force Base, home of the gunfighters. And out here teaching today. We've got a whole slew of students. We've been out here for the week growing the game of golf as we're doing the Golf Around the World tour. But 107 here, hotter than it is back home, but they don't have any humidity. Not that I have a bad hair day because I have no hair, but you know what? It is hot with the double T out here. But lacking the humidity, it's very bearable. And we've got them under the cover here. We've got about 15 folks. Given a free golf clinic, director and her staff is out here getting free lessons from us. I want to thank special guest of mine, PGA professionals, Steve. I mean, this guy, Steve Vetter, this guy is awesome sauce, and he runs a great operation out here and taking care of the lives of all of our airmen and our guardians and their families and all the guests who come out and play our military course. So, having fun out here, man. Really having fun out here. If you want to get off the grid, like my last couple of places up in Dakota, you're off the grid, dude.
Hey, listen, why don't you have everybody come on down and cool off to Texas, take a break? I mean, it's only like in the 90s here, buddy.
Well, with some of the weapons they have here, and I can't tell you about them because then I'd have to kill you. They got some training going on here, Things are starting to get a little testy in the world, and yes, matter of fact, I'm going to do this. Look, here you go. Look, see here. Can you see them? There's some of our lessons going on right there. See there?
I see. I was thinking military.
We're nothing but live here.
But here we go.
Well, they're doing that. Well, they're doing that too. In the background, I don't know if you can hear it if I be quiet. That's the F-16 flying back behind me. Maybe we'll get it in the screen in a few minutes, but they're doing touch and goes and practices. So, we're doing it on the rec side. We're doing it on the real side. There you go.
I
Oh
hear it.
yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
Hey,
You
Davey, I
know,
appreciate you taking time out. I know you're not able to hang with the whole show with us tonight, but I want to get your opinion on this. This is the biggest talk that's going on. You know where I'm going with this. It's the Ryder Cup. And did you see Keegan Bradley getting picked to be the Ryder Cup captain? Because that's the big talk. I can't turn on a station. I can't turn a page on golf without everybody being shocked. You shocked?
well, it is kind of shocking. There is a reason behind it. Probably nobody thought about it because Keegan always chokes in the fourth round and misses. So the best way to keep him off the team is to make him a captain. But I really thought after Tiger said no, Stuart Sink would probably be
Exactly.
considered a captain, or some of our other former PGA professionals or PGA champions would be captains. But to get Keegan Bradley, that was way out, man. That was outfield. That was like the bad news Bears pick. You didn't think it was going to happen, but then I look at it and say, well, then he's not going to be on the team, so then we don't have to worry about him losing any points. So it's a blessing in disguise. But let's see how smart the guy actually is, because as well as I do, being a captain, that takes not only a lot of your time away, and that's why they usually give it to the guy as twilight of the career, but there's a lot of planning going on, and you're evaluating people. But I did like what Keegan did say. He don't care what tour you play on. He wants the best 12 Americans, and God bless him for that.
Well, and again, I agree with you. I did not see the Keegan Bradley thing coming. I really thought since Tiger stepped down, and Tiger stepped down for a reason, man. There's a lot of stuff going on between the Live and the PGA Tour, and it's getting pretty critical right now. And if we're going to make that combination work together, he said he wasn't able to do that. That doesn't mean he's not going to do it down the road. But hey, let me ask you this, and I was thinking about why Keegan Bradley. Even Keegan Bradley was shocked. He was never been notified, never got a phone call before. He didn't even know he was in the mix. But do you think maybe because, you and I have been talking about this for many, many weeks now, of all the young players that are coming in who are going to be picked, you think they're maybe looking at maybe someone a little bit younger to take over as the captain to communicate a little bit better with these guys? Stuart Sink is Champions Tour kind of guy. He does have a lot of experience, but these young kids, might need someone about 35 or 38 to look up to instead of 50 or 60.
Well, that's yes and no. I mean, yeah, the generational gap between the Champions Tour and that, but you've got guys like Tom Lehman and Steve Stricker who would, me personally, be better choices than Keegan Bradley. I think the President Cup would have been like a cup on training wheels for him. See how he did there before you moved up into the Ryder Cup. But um, these if he goes away like who was it? The way Zach did with his little calculations and all these and the X marks the square and all that other stuff, I think we're doomed. Okay, but the good part is,
Hey, you already think we're doomed?
well, if he starts doing that personality thing and the crisscross applesauce, and it's not about personalities, as well as I do. We talk about it a lot of time. Like when Dustin Johnson was on the PGA Tour, he's going to be the long ball guy. You need somebody like when me and you play, right? You already know that I'm going to bust it out there. I'm relying on your short game and I'm relying on your putter, right? Because that's your strong suit, not the slice into the woods. So I think it needs to be that same type of thought pattern, not because they're best buddies like Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth.
Well, now I tell you what, Zach Johnson blew that last year or the year before. Zach is the one here because Keegan Bradley should have been on that team because he already won twice that year. And but what does he do? He picks Fowler. He picks Thomas, who Thomas was playing like junk that year, and then Spieth the same way. So that was on Zach. That's the good old boys. But he said he's going to pick the best 12 players. Let's wait and see, because I truly believe he will. And but it just blows me away when I found that out. And actually, Sports Illustrated got it out before everybody else did.
I died laughing when I heard it. I'm like, oh my God! And
I knew you would.
The only connection to greatness is his aunt, Pat Bradley, you know, the lady who's won everything under the world. But for me, it keeps him off the team now, so we don't have to worry about the missed putts because he hasn't really done a heck of a lot. I mean, he's done some things, but he
Well,
hasn't
he's
been
won
able
one
to get
already. I
top
mean,
12.
he was
So
on a Ryder Cup
maybe
team
this
that
is,
won.
you know, right. But I mean, we're talking within the last year or so. And then I go back and thought about it. You know, they left him off when he should have been on. Maybe this is like in the NFL or in basketball. That's a makeup call. And so they're giving it to him because they felt bad because they left him off the one before. So, you know, kind of like you caught the guy with holding and he got penalized and he really wasn't the guy. So in the next play, it's offsides on the other team to offset the penalty that wasn't the penalty in the first place. He got left off the
Hey,
team. They're like, hey, we're sorry, we left off the, but here, sign the dotted line because you're the captain.
yeah, well, you were left off the team, but how would you like to be the guy who gets a call from Zach Johnson and the rest of the committee, and they're letting him know that he's going to be the captain? I mean, and again, that's one of those calls that he never expected, and you know, it's probably one of those calls that you know, but he didn't say no. I mean, when you get
Well,
that opportunity,
right. But when I see this, I'm thinking Keegan Bradley and Urkel. Okay, that's how I'm thinking this. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to come up here and play the game today. You know, no, dudes. I mean, there's a lot of good guys, Steve Stricker, Tom Lehman. We could just go right down the roster that I think because of the way you have to plan for this and the match and then give the time of stop playing to evaluate that talent, then because you know we got more captains picks now than we used to. It used to be just two captain picks. Now you got four, right? So now somebody's going to be butt hurt, but you've got to be able to then substantiate why you picked that person. And you can't
yeah.
do that while you're playing in a golf tournament. You've got to be going to these golf tournaments and watching these guys and seeing how they're reacting, and then find out who's hot and who's not, and then go with it from there.
Hey guys, if
I'd be
who's
a
ever
perfect
watching,
captain.
who's ever watching tonight, man, I'd like to get your feedback. You know, the question of the day is Keegan Bradley the one you would have picked, or do you give him any credit for even being picked? It's really not his fault. He got picked. He wasn't really like chumming up to get that job. So now the question is, who do you get to be a captain? You know, now you go
Oh,
to the older guy.
there's plenty of guys. Nah, you got to get a couple of older guys who've been there and done that. Maybe pick Zach Johnson to be a cap, you know, to be one of his assistants and stuff, you
What?
know.
Zach Johnson?
Throw him a bone to help him kind of like
Man,
save
hey,
some
you
face.
got too much.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking. I mean, we've already made one mistake. Let's make another one. You know, two
Oh,
plus two
man.
equals four.
Hey,
Come on.
it's I bet you it's
Hey, while you're
110.
at it, let's put
The heat's getting to you, dude.
you know, and while we're at it, let's dress them up in some Ben Crenshaw shirts, okay? Wait, let's just if we're gonna go full Monty, baby, why are we stopping halfway? You know?
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
Okay,
come on.
no, seriously, who can you think that he's gonna pick? I know Stewart Sink is not gonna be, you know, because he's butthurt pretty bad on that. I think he really is. And so I can't picture.
Oh, I think he's upset. What not a better person to pick than him? But you're gonna have to get an elder statesman, someone in their
Yeah.
40s that's playing but not really doing anything on the tour. Zach Johnson, seriously, folks, I was just joking. And no bueno there. That's a no confidence vote.
And maybe Stewart Sink would be a way to lead him in now for the next pick. It's going to be Stewart Sink. That might work.
No, Stewart's gonna like say, you know what, I'm going to the senior tour and I'm gonna hang out there with my buds and no cut and stuff like that. I don't see him. You know, now there would be a person that I would personally pick if I was the captain, and I would pick Matt Kuchar. I think Matt Kuchar is a very
I can see that.
studious person of the game.
Yep.
And everybody loves him. But he's very smart about his golf game. I mean, he's the only one, if you take a look at this, Ratch, he's the only one that has consistently carved up the Texas Open. We got all types of winners, but he's always in that top 5. He's always there every year. He knows how to play the golf course. So he's a student of the game, and that's what we need. We need student of the game, buddies.
Well, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how this plays out because nobody has figured all of this out yet. And so I find it pretty interesting. And I thought for sure it would be something really special if Tiger would have hung around. That would have been pretty unique. You know, he, I think, is that the only thing that
And then he
he's
would
not
have no
done yet?
problem. He probably would have no problem getting assistant captains. He'd probably put Michael Jordan on as an assistant captain. Everybody want to be Tiger's assistant captain. But right now, I think I'm not going to say it's an S show. That's what I'm going to go with. It's going to be an S show right now. And I'm not confident. I mean, the only thing we're missing is Ty Webb and Carl Spackler and Danny Noonan. Okay. That is all we're missing in these
Well,
picks. I mean, this is,
I got to
I'm
tell you
disappointed.
this.
I am really disappointed.
I won some money on Keegan Bradley over the last couple 3 years. So I put him in at the right time. There's some tournaments that he's really good at, and he finished first one time, but the others he made top 10 money for me. So I'm happy. As a matter of fact, I like being surprised, and being surprised like that is so damn cool. That this might just turn out to be something really special. You never can tell.
When the guy who gets picked is surprised, okay, there's nothing good at the moment, okay?
You're
That's
right,
like
man.
saying
No,
Publishers Clearinghouse is for real, okay? Come on, it's not.
I can't wait to hear all the reasoning and all that stuff. Most of that will be out tomorrow and the weekend. That's going to be probably a big deal. Hey, buddy, we're up against the clock, and I know you got another session that you have to get to. I know you can't tell us what you're doing, because if you did, you'd have to kill somebody.
Hey, this is, you know what? I'm in one of the most secure places on earth right now. Okay. I'm glad they got a McDonald's for some sweet tea. Let's just put it that way, folks. But you know, I'm blessed to be where I'm at after 35 years of growing golf around the world for the military, working with our veterans, working with our soldiers who sign the blank check for their life every single day. And at a moment's notice, they could be in a conflict, and taking care of their families, who are our real heroes out there, because, they don't know when the husband or the wife is going to come back from a
Yeah.
conflict. And, it's just one of those things that I'm totally blessed right now. And to have the platform that we've had for the last almost 18 years, to be able to promote the game of golf. And now I'm doing it something that is bigger than me. And someone told me this, and he says, Dave, if you want to be a golf pro, you got to be everybody's golf pro. And that's what I want to be right now. I want to be everybody's golf pro, and I want to give them all the love of our game, because we got a special game, Ratch. We got a game
Yep,
like
I
no
think
other.
we're both pretty lucky to be in it. Hey, Davey, where are you going to be next week?
Next week, I'm going to be home for a couple of weeks. And
All
then
right.
the last week of July, matter of fact, July 31st, because I think, let's see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, July 31st, which is a Wednesday, I'll be broadcasting live from Alaska, where we're growing the game up north.
Well, brother, thanks again for
Love
coming on in, man. Appreciate you taking the show on the road, and you've been doing a great job of that, so appreciate you doing that. Buddy, have yourself a good rest of the week, and we'll catch up with you next week. We got some muni golf that you and I need to go out and play.
All right, let's go do it, baby.
All right, brother. Have yourself a good weekend. We'll catch up with you later.
4-letter word.
All right, brother. Later.
We'll see y'all.
Folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to go over to Houston and hopefully catch up. They're having some really difficulty with the internet, having difficulty with their phone lines, so we're hoping that we might be able to get through. So we're still trying. But if you haven't had yourself a cold, go get one. We'll be back right after the break. Golf After Hours. Do not go away.
Book your next tee time at Cypress Bend Golf Resort in Toledo Bend Lake Country. The stunning redesigned course welcomes players of all levels, from new golfers to seasoned pros. Located along Toledo Bend Lake, the course features 10 unforgettable waterfront holes with lush fairways and panoramic views. Big fun awaits you beyond the greens. Book a guided fishing trip at our world-class fishery. Visit the new Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park. Swing into action and plan your dream getaway to Toledo Bend Lake Country today.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.bcgc.golf. That's bcgc.golf.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the Hill Country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the Hill Country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comel River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Book your next tee time at Cypress Bend Golf Resort in Toledo Bend Lake Country. The stunning redesigned course welcomes players of all levels, from new golfers to seasoned pros. Located along Toledo Bend Lake, the course features 10 unforgettable waterfront holes with lush fairways and panoramic views. Big fun awaits you beyond the greens. Book a guided fishing trip at our world-class fishery. Visit the new Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park. Swing into action and plan your dream getaway to Toledo Bend Lake Country today.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back in Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman. We're going to get right to Houston in just a second, but I want to thank AJ for watching. Brian Graybill, I haven't seen him in a long time. Tony Vaught's watching as well, and Robert Guajardo is watching as well. And I want to thank you guys. Hey, listen, we've got the question of the day out there. Is Keegan Bradley really the pick for the Ryder Cup? That has been a shock around the world in the golf industry, and we'll probably check it out with our next guest, Kobe Gullick. He's the owner of Kobe Stevens. He's been on before. And, you know, normally we catch Kobe at a much relaxed location, mostly in his house or in his shop. But this is a little bit different here. He's over in Houston, and he's going through what everybody else is going through. And he got lucky. He got himself a hotel with some air conditioning. And Kobe, welcome to the show. I know you are going through a lot of stuff over there, man. Tell us what's going on over there. You're on the ground, and you've seen it. And you know, we see it on TV, but you just don't. You get the feeling how bad it is. but you're living it over there, brother, and it's got to be tough.
Yeah, it's first off, thanks for having me. I'm glad that we could make this work. We literally just checked into a hotel about 30 minutes ago. So went upstairs, put the kids down, got everybody in. We're able to bring the dog, and came down to the bar and got on the podcast for TGI. So this is
There's
probably
priorities, man. There's priorities.
Exactly. So this is definitely the happiest that I've been in quite some while. So it's good to see you. What's interesting is that you're saying that you guys have been seeing it. I haven't seen anything according to like any kind of television. There's no television service in Houston. Wi-Fi is extremely spotty. I haven't even seen anything really on Facebook, to be honest with you. So it's pretty wild, but I mean, I guess we obviously, had 24, 48 hours that we knew that the storm was going to be not necessarily hitting down in South Texas, and it was going to come right up, and bam, it smacked us right on the chin. And it has been like something I've never witnessed in my life, for sure. And we were here when Harvey happened. Went through quite a bit of devastation for that, and this one wasn't, at least for where we're located and everything around us, it wasn't so much the flooding, but the winds were unbelievable. And it's something that even pictures can't even really describe, but 50, 60 foot tall pine trees, massive oak trees, completely uprooted, and down. And, for us personally, we were very fortunate. We had a lot of trees down, but no damage to our home or anything serious like that. And the family is safe. But man, it is tough driving around and seeing it. And it's still, we were extremely lucky to find this hotel room, but probably only 10% of the gas stations are open. We waited in line. My car ran out of gas. My wife's car, we waited in line for 3 hours at Kroger last night, and just to put in about 10 gallons. And it's just, it's crazy. So, my heart's out to all those that were seriously affected, and, hopefully we can rebound from this pretty quick.
Did everybody, Kobe, think that it was going to reach that far north? Because the way it looked like it was going to go a little bit north toward Victoria and those,
right.
And then all of a sudden it just takes this turn to the right. And I talked to some friends out in Galveston that they were talking about the wind, and some of the homes that were devastated down there was unbelievable, but there were no casualties down there. But then all of a sudden it makes its way to Houston, and you guys got hit big time.
Yeah, we specifically live just north of Houston, and I mean, some of the videos that I have on my phone of just in our backyard. I mean, I've got some pretty big oak trees in my backyard, and I mean, these things were like 45-degree angle. I mean, it was just, the wind was so powerful. I've never seen anything like it. We have like a concrete patio table. I don't even know how much it weighs, because it takes about 3 or 4 of us to move it. And that thing got thrown around like a rag doll. I mean, it was just unbelievable. The force of this wind. It was just wild.
Now, where were you hunkered down? Were you at the house?
I was at the house. We were there, and back in May, there were some really violent storms that came through. A couple tornadoes actually hit in Houston, and we didn't even lose power. It was, not bad, but it was pretty windy, but it was not bad for us specifically. So to be candid, I was not too concerned about anything, because again, we didn't even lose power. And I knew a lot of people that lost power for a week or so and had a lot of devastation. And we lost power Monday morning, I guess about 3 or 4 a.m. And if we still don't have power, they're thinking that hopefully it'll be back by Sunday, which is shocking. But we were at home and just kind of figured that we'd kind of ride it out and hunker down and, see what happens. And it, like I said, it just kind of kicked us in the chin pretty hard. And we were very fortunate enough to be able to get this place tonight. Big shout out to my father-in-law because he made some phone calls this morning and happened to find this, because yesterday when we were looking, everything was sold out from here to Austin and then all the way from here to Lake Charles. And then up north past College Station, everything was sold out, every hotel.
Unbelievable.
So we really found a gem with this hotel. So big shout out to the Marriott here.
Nice.
The hospitality has been amazing. And like I said, I did manage to get myself a little Johnny Walker Black. So cheers. This is
cheers
probably
to you. I'm glad you're safe, you and your family.
Yeah.
Both.
Probably one of the best tasting Johnny Blacks I'm going to take in a long time. So,
well, I can, let me ask you, what are they doing for food and stuff like that? Are some of the food chains opened up yet? Or is that still a problem? Because I heard gas. I mean, if you don't have any electricity, you don't have any gas.
Yeah. I got real creative last night. I have a Blackstone, so it's got a propane tank, and I was digging through the pantry to figure out what I could cook, and we've got 2 young kids, so one necessity that you have with young kids is you always have Easy Mac that you usually just throw in the microwave for 3 minutes. But so I took a pot and filled it up and boiled out water, and we had 3 Easy Macs and some corn and green beans that I threw on the grill. So that was our dinner, but you just gotta unfortunately kind of make do and go from there. And what was interesting is Kobe Stevens' office and our showroom is about 4 miles from my house, and power came on yesterday.
Wow.
So we were thrilled. There was no internet. There's no Wi-Fi or internet anywhere. So we were even thinking, man, we may just have to stay here because at least we got power and we got AC, and throw some sleeping bags on the floor. And that lasted about 3 hours and the power went back out. So, I went by this morning and power is back. And so Kobe Stevens is open for business.
Well, I was just going to ask you that, man. I'm glad to hear that. Folks, listen, if you still, let's get out to support all these people that have their businesses over in Houston, because it's going to be rough for weeks to come and months to come for many people. So go to KobeStevens.com, man. He's got some great stuff on there. Kobe, we got about 30 seconds left, man. What is there any kind of sales that you have right now, or what is your plan to get back in your house? They give you any indication when you can move back home?
No indication. Unfortunately, the communications has been pretty terrible, to be honest with you. But I will say this: we are open. We had a big sale last week for July 4th, and we sent a message to all of our customers who placed orders that we're getting everything fulfilled this week. We apologize for the delay, but we are launching our fishing gear tomorrow, so you will see that, and you can always use your TGI coupon. So make sure you go in there, whether it's regular price, whether it's sell merchandise, hats, shirts, t-shirts, polos, whatever. Go type in TGI and get you a discount there on your entire purchase. And it looks like the freight carriers are starting to open back up, so we'll get that guy out there as soon as possible.
And folks, be patient with your order. I mean, we can't even get our magazines over there right now until next Thursday, until it clear ways, so they can do it. Kobe, thank you very much for joining us, man, giving us a little scoop as to how everybody's doing over there. I know it's a disaster, and I'm glad you guys are safe, you and your family. And prayers to everybody, including your family over there.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on. Glad it worked out. And special shout out to all those, especially in Houston. Again, the communication is pretty poor and lackluster, so I'm not sure what's going on out there, but hope everybody is safe. And for all those that do come and shop Kobe Stevens, just bear with us. But I promise you, we'll get it out, and we'll have a little special gift certificate along with that order for you.
Sweet. Kobe, thanks again, man. Stay safe, and we'll be in touch.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers, brother. Take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you.
Folks, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we are going out to Toledo Bend. They got some great stuff going on out there. Cypress Bend just opened up, and we're looking forward to getting the scoop on what's happening over in Louisiana. Do not go away. If you didn't grab yourself a colon like I did, you go get yours now. We'll be right back.
It's the Independence Day sale at Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Take advantage of incredible deals like 20% off all used clubs, Orange Dot apparel starting at $29.99, and all closeout shoes and bags get an extra 20% off. Shop in store or online for great Independence Day deals. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comel River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Book your next tee time at Cypress Bend Golf Resort in Toledo Bend Lake Country. The stunning redesigned course welcomes players of all levels, from new golfers to seasoned pros. Located along Toledo Bend Lake, the course features 10 unforgettable waterfront holes with lush fairways and panoramic views. Big fun awaits you beyond the greens. Book a guided fishing trip at our world-class fishery. Visit the new Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park. Swing into action and plan your dream getaway to Toledo Bend Lake Country today.
Step into this clubhouse and you're stepping into history. Walk this fairway and imagine you're in the gallery of one of the first PGA Tour events, or cross this bridge and know that Nelson, Hogan, Palmer, and Crenshaw each crossed it first. Because this is Brackenridge Park, the oldest 18-hole public golf course in Texas, site of the first Texas Open and home to the Texas Golf Hall of Fame. Set your tee time today and step into history at Brackenridge Park.
Just minutes north of San Antonio on Highway 281, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Valor Creek is now offering stay-and-play packages starting at $150 per person per night. Relax in the beautifully furnished Tuscany Heights condominium and walk out your front door and play one of the Hill Country's premier semi-private golf courses. So break away from the city and make Valor Creek the perfect getaway for a peaceful weekend or family outing. Call us now at 830-833-0706 or go to www.bcgc.golf. That's bcgc.golf.
Old friend, our hearts know you. You welcome us with open arms. Your stories are our favorites to retell. And you love surprising us with new ones. Our family treasures these moments with you and your sugar white sand.
Everybody, Texas Golf Insider. I am your host, Mike Ratchman. And like I said before the break, we're going to go to Louisiana. We have a special guest, Kelsi Horn. She's marketing events manager at Sabine Parish Tourist and Recreation Commission in Toledo Bend, Louisiana.
Yes.
I've never been to Toledo, but welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, listen, you got so much stuff going on in Toledo Bend. But before we get there, you got something really special going on. And I know you guys are out there bragging about it. And you have a nice ad in the Texas Golf Insider magazine that will be delivered here as soon as we can clear out Houston. Those magazines will be on the ground. And I want to welcome you to the show.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, we're excited about our ad and getting to partner with you guys.
Well, listen, and we're going to try to make our way out there because Cypress Bend is a special place. It's been down for quite a while for restoration, and I got to see a photo. I was supposed to come out there a couple of years ago on a media event, and I just couldn't make it, but everybody who went bragged about it.
Yeah.
And they said, this ain't nothing, man. Wait till you see when we complete the restoration. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it was closed for a while, and I think a lot of people were really missing it. So last summer, they finished up renovations, but unfortunately, last summer it was a really bad drought in the area. So you can imagine trying to get the greens ready and everything was a bit of a challenge. And so they opened it back up in October, and it had a little bit of a slow start just because getting the word back out there that it's ready now and with getting it watered properly and everything. But since people have been coming, it has been a huge hit. They've been extremely busy. Even the summer heat, I can't imagine golfing in the middle of the day in the heat, but people do because they love it. So people are really enjoying it.
Golfers are crazy. Golfers are crazy for sure.
Right. Yeah. So, but it's beautiful. Almost every hole has a beautiful view of the water. And even I'm not a huge golfer, so don't shame me, but I even just enjoy. I go with people who do golf. My boyfriend loves it out there, so it's beautiful to just even ride and see it all.
Well, we got some nice pictures of some of the things, especially on the golf side of it. Had a few photos that that you had sent us, but you also got a brand new spa out there as well.
They do, yes.
That seems to be quite a big hit right now.
Yeah, so along with the golf course, the whole Cypress Bend Resort is undergoing renovations as well. And so they just reopened the spa actually, and it is very nice. Perfect place to come and relax this summer and get out of the heat.
Well, and getting out of the heat, I don't know if that's going to happen until maybe September, October. And, and of course, you guys have your second season like we do. You know, once all this heat goes away, you can't find a better spot, you know, than coming to Louisiana, Texas, South Alabama, some of those places.
Yeah.
But so for the non-golfer, now, well, hold on, before we get to the non-golfer, you know, I'm a big fisherman. I'm a huge, huge fish guy.
Well, you fit right in here.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, and that's the part that killed me, Kelsi, when I was supposed to go. I play golf a lot, but when someone says they're going to wrap it around some fishing, you know, then all of a sudden that is a whole different ballgame. So I felt really bad about not fishing, but you got some of the best fishing holes in the nation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Definitely. So if anyone doesn't know, Toledo Bend is on the border of Texas and Louisiana. It's over 185,000 acres, largest man-made lake in the South. And we're known for being one of the best bass fisheries in the nation. We just this past year had Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tour opened their season on Toledo Bend, as well as the Bassmaster Elite Series opened their season on Toledo Bend, and both were huge successes for the anglers. So safe to say that we are definitely known for bass fishing, and crappie fishing as well. So we're lucky enough to have tons of licensed guides on our lake that will take you out for a guided fishing tour for anyone that comes to the area. So that's a fun part of a lot of people's trips when they come to Toledo Bend, and definitely a big draw for sure.
Well, you know, fishing and playing golf, come on, you're in heaven. The only thing you're missing is music, and you got a lot of music in Louisiana.
Right. We do, definitely.
I was over there here a couple of months ago doing some Cajun dancing at one of the favorite places just on the east side of Louisiana. So you guys are filled with music. But if you don't play golf or if you don't fish, you got a ton of for a small area, you guys got a lot of stuff going on.
We do, and that's why we just want to get the word out and let everybody know that we are more than golf and we are more than fishing. And even for somebody like me, I grew up here right in Toledo Bend Lake Country, and as ashamed as I am to say it, I never feel like I took advantage of all that we have to offer here. And so now it's just like this past weekend, I had a staycation with friends on the lake and rented a boat and everything. But yeah, we especially in the summertime, we have a ton to offer. Last summer, Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park opened, which is a water park at Wildwood Resort, and it's our newest attraction, and it's got huge water slides, lazy river, pools, a mini golf course. So that's been a big hit as well. So you can, if a family's coming with a dad that loves to fish and golf, well, that's what mom and all the kids could enjoy, or doing something like that. Or you can all go on a fishing trip together. But we've got lots of hiking trails, birding trails. You can rent ATVs, you can rent a boat if you don't have one. So we've got a lot to offer, not to mention all of the beautiful places there are to stay on the lake. We've got Cypress Bend Resort, Wildwood Resort, hundreds of RV sites in the area. So we're a perfect road trip destination if you're in the, 5-ish hour drive market or farther, if that's something people enjoy is driving that far. I don't personally, but if that's
and something else that I didn't know about the national parks you have north and south, your national parks are big
we
hit.
have two. Definitely.
I mean, they're phenomenal. I looked at some of the photos and was totally blown away by it. First of all, how green it is. And it always seems to stay pretty green over in Louisiana.
Yes. Parks are very well taken care of. That's where a lot of our popular hiking trails and birding site locations are. South Toledo Bend State Park is known for being a nesting place for the bald eagle, actually, which is pretty cool. So it's common to see those in that area of the lake. And they have cabins and RV sites as well. So those are definitely two popular locations for visitors to come to when in the area.
Well, and you cannot visit Louisiana unless you've had some Louisiana food.
That's
some
right.
good old Cajun stuff. Tell us about maybe a couple of places that you visited that you could recommend, that if they're coming over and they want to go grab some Louisiana food, man, where do we go?
Okay, well, actually, that just opened out on the lake is the Best Stop Cajun Market. They're a really popular Cajun market in South Louisiana, in Scott, and they just opened a new location out on Toledo Bend that has been a huge success already. So that's where you can get, the boudin, the cracklins, the specialty meats, and all of that Louisiana flavor that people love about Louisiana, myself included. And one thing that's really unique to us in our area are Zawali tamales. So
A what? A Wally tamale?
A Zawali tamale. So Zawali
okay, tell me about it.
Zawali is a small town in Sabine Parish, and it's rich with Spanish and Indian culture. So there's typically tamales, people have those besides just here. But what's unique about ours is that there's Zawali tamales, and they're a different recipe and they're unique flavor, and so popular that for over 40 years there's a Zawali tamale fiesta every October. So that's coming up in a few months, and all the tamales you can eat, live music. It's a festival, so there's fun rides and all those festival activities. That's one of our most popular foods here that I have to mention, because I don't feel like you can come to Toledo Bend Lake Country without getting Zawali tamales.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind next time I come out. Now, when you talk about festivities, Louisiana has a festival for everything. There's always something going on that they have a festival for, and you just had a couple of them. But I was over in Louisiana here a couple months ago. For the first time, I had alligator. My
Oh.
wife walked me in the alligator, and I was like,
Mhm.
I don't really need to have alligator. She said, just take a little plate
Right.
of it. And
Yeah.
I was so amazed as to how you guys turn alligator food into something very special.
I believe it.
It was unbelievable. When I got out of there, I told her, and I said, well, I will do this again. And,
Good.
and the best little places that we have been to when we were in Louisiana is that you have to drive far away sometimes to go
Yes.
get it. And it's
Yes, absolutely.
when you pull up, it's just like Mexican restaurants here. It is like the hole in the wall
Yes.
almost where you go to that has mama's food or dad's food, whatever
Yes.
it might be. But we ended up in this small little area. And I can't remember where it was, but when we were out there, it was dark, and
Mhm.
it looked like a football field when you came into it because there were
Yeah.
cars all over the place trying to get in. If you got good food in Louisiana, they're going to come eat it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad you said that because something else I should have mentioned with restaurants is that Louisiana, I think a lot of people don't know, actually has a gas station eats trail. And so it sounds silly to a lot of people, but Louisiana is known for gas station food, and several of them are right here in Sabine Parish, like Curtis Grocery on Toledo Bend. That's some of the best fried catfish you can get anywhere. And then of course we have several others along the trail too. But that's something fun for those road trips that I mentioned earlier, just
Yeah.
stopping along the way. You can go all the way through the state pretty much, at least the whole west side, and get food at gas stations. So,
Well, you're right because we stopped at a gas station, pick up some cracker.
yeah,
Warm. It was warm.
yeah.
So when you pick it up, and of course, now my wife she used to live over there for a while,
Mhm.
and so did I. But I never got into the culture. I didn't stay there long enough like she did.
Yeah.
But every time we come over to make our way to Louisiana, we have so much fun. People are just got open arms when
Oh,
we're there,
yes.
and they
Yes.
always seem to steer you in the right direction.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And in a lot of ways, you can say Louisiana is like two different states, from south to the north
Yeah,
of
you're right.
part of Louisiana. Um, but something that's common throughout the whole state is that everyone is extremely, hospitable, friendly, and cooks good food and knows how to have a good time. And so that's something you find here too, even if we don't necessarily have the thick Cajun accents or all of the, more
Well,
southern
you're
Louisiana
pretty close.
styles.
You're pretty close.
You think? I think I'm just pretty southern.
Hey, this week we have about 30 seconds left. Can you
Okay.
give up maybe a website that people get to
Sure,
know a
yeah.
little bit more about what's going on in Toledo Bend?
Absolutely. So ToledoBendLakeCountry.com is our website, and that's our Facebook and Instagram as well. And we're always sharing what's going on and itinerary ideas, trip ideas. So you can find all of that information and more on ToledoBendLakeCountry.com and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. We're everywhere, or try to be.
Well, you almost have to be, especially
Right.
in your business. I think you guys do a great job. We look forward to working with you too, Kelsi.
Yeah,
And maybe here in the next couple of months, we can make our way over to Toledo Bend.
that would be
Come on
awesome.
over and see. I'd sure like to do a little bit of, catch up on the resort. But most of all,
Yeah.
I'd like to get out in that lake and do a little bit of fishing. Maybe you can hook me up with a good guy.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime.
I appreciate it, Kelsi. Thank you very much for coming on in, and we'll stay in touch.
Okay. Thanks, Mike.
Have a great week.
Y'all too.
Take care. Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. Hey, don't forget, put Toledo Bend on your list. Head over to Louisiana, man. I've seen the photos. Check out their website. You're not going to be disappointed. I'm going to try to make my way out there before the year is up. So go grab yourself a cold one if you didn't already. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Coleman River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
Are you ready to treat you and your friends to a great golfing experience? If so, it's time to tee it up at the Club at Star Ranch. Located in Hutto, just 30 minutes from Austin, the Club at Star Ranch offers manicured fairways, pure putting greens, and multiple tee options for all skill levels to enjoy. Home of the 4-hour round, the Club at Star Ranch is rated 4.6 stars and strives for course consistency so you and your friends can enjoy that golf experience you deserve. The Club at Star Ranch, where your next round awaits.
Welcome back, everybody. Texas Golf Insider, Golf After Hours, Mike Ratchman here. I want to thank everybody for riding with me a little bit. Davey was on location, so he's not able to hang out for the whole show, but every time we get him on, it's way too much fun. I want to thank him for always taking the road show, making Texas golf, man, he's taking us all over the country, actually parts of the world. And so he's always taking time out to join us. Very cool. I want to thank Kelsi Horn for coming on in. Hey, go to cypressbend.com, or you can go to Toledo Parish. Let me check that out for you. Make sure I got that right. ToledoBendLakeCounty.com. ToledoBendLakeCounty.com. Toledo Bend sounds like a great place to go, man. Like I said, I was really upset that I wasn't able to go there when they were having a media event. But fishing is my bag, and I really, really love to get out there and fish. So I'm going to follow up with Kelsi, see if she can get me out there. Me and my wife enjoy coming out to stay and do a little thing. Also want to thank Kobe Gullick for coming on in. You know, at a time like this, it's not easy to sit around and talk with anybody when, you know, so many people are devastated. And of course, he's been pushed out of his business and his home. You know, thank God that, you know, his family and him are okay, but there's a few that are not doing well. So prayers go out to all the folks over in Houston, and any way we can help them out, man. You know where we're at. Give us a call. We got people that can help out anything, moving, whatever. There's a lot of people that are available, and Houston's pretty good at recovering and taking care of each other for sure. Hey, so I want to thank everybody for watching us during the week. I want to thank for everybody for coming in. Oh, by the way, Georgia Carvin, obviously she's been there. She said she loves Toledo Bend. The new golf course is gorgeous, and you can't go there without taking a guide fishing trip. Taking the words right out of my mouth. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Hey, folks, listen, you all have a great week. I want to thank everybody for joining us and everybody for sharing throughout the whole week, because as long as you guys keep doing that, you guys keep watching, Dave and I'll be back every week on Wednesday night. Until then, rain or shine, book that tee time. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Book your next tee time at Cypress Bend Golf Resort in Toledo Bend Lake Country. The stunning redesigned course welcomes players of all levels, from new golfers to seasoned pros. Located along Toledo Bend Lake, the course features 10 unforgettable waterfront holes with lush fairways and panoramic views. Big fun awaits you beyond the greens. Book a guided fishing trip at our world-class fishery. Visit the new Toledo Bend Family Adventure Park. Swing into action and plan your dream getaway to Toledo Bend Lake Country today.